Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinions.
I'm Darling.
And I'm Alexis P. Bevels. The P today stands for pat down at the airport.
Hot.
Thankfully, neither of us got pat down in security this time. Usually you do because you're a giant cock.
Okay, can I be honest? I don't have any hardware down here. All I've got is the bits and pieces that God put on my body correctly. And I always get pulled aside.
She always gets pulled over.
I don't understand it. Although the last time it was my fault because I did have this little token that we all got at my father-in-law's funeral, and I had that in my pocket and I didn't take that out. And the guy's like, "What's in your pocket?" And I was like, "Oh, my father-in-law died, so these are all like in remembrance of him." And he goes, "I'm gonna use the back of my hand." I did not care. Yeah, no pat down. Congrats.
I didn't get a pat down either.
You did a really great job at going through security.
Thank you. I felt really proud. And both times,
I'm very proud of you.
We got in the line together, but we both got put in different
worlds.
Yeah.
From where we come from. And I have to say, in the past,
I had a laptop this time too, so I had
crazy,
an extra.
Crazy.
I had an extra step.
She always gets stopped, which is silly because the TSA is just theater.
Well, you know
but
what it
also,
is? You know what it is?
I usually can blame her for
Ever
it.
since I started presenting more female, there's a button. Man, woman. And when they click woman, if you've got something extra down here, it reads as... But I've been tucking.
That works.
And it works, yeah. That's why I told you should maybe tuck and we'll stop touching your cock.
You know what it is? I'm so femme and like petite that even though like I think I'm presenting
you're a
male,
lesbian.
maybe they hit like Mae Martin.
I don't know if that's how it is. That's just I'm going off what I've seen
on TikTok
as I'm walking past. There's always a little screen. It shows you like the problem area, which let's be honest,
number 1 on our list, top of her list.
Yeah, we went to Chicago. Let's do a quick rundown.
Okay, 5 minutes. Do you have the timer?
Okay, ready? I had a fabulous time. I went back to the day we got in. I went
to go immediately
my
to
friend
my
Willie's
Chicago
house.
best friend. Let's be honest. The original
he was my.
Chicago
they were my
best friend,
Chicago best friend.
Michael Marino.
And I used to dog sit for them, but their dog didn't remember me because I wonder if chemically I'm different. Because last time I had seen the dog, I was not, and now I'm
the beach
hormones.
And you get to
so
see
I wonder if the dog was like, "What the
drive
fuck is this?" And also the people weren't there, so
I
was just a strange woman walking into this dog's house. So she didn't really recognize me, but I ordered Taco Bell. I gave her some taco fries. I bribed her to loving me, and we were besties again.
But I really enjoyed
just an hour and
being back with someone who
the next day I went to Dunkin' Donuts, and the girl remembered me. She was like, "Oh my god, it's been a while." And I was like, "Yeah, I moved." And she was like, "Where'd you move?" And I was like, "LA."
The next day,
we
were able to get a zip car, and I got to go to
so I got my coffee, and I went
to
the
best Target in the
Montrose
whole world.
Bird Sanctuary, which is a cruisy area at night, but during the day it's just bird watching.
I was very
I met up with my friend Mitchell. He has very long hair.
A lot has changed in the last 2 years.
When I met him, I wanted to date him because he's taller than me.
They're just
but we ended up just being like walking buddies,
building it up, and all of the stations
and I went
are like
around. I saw the piping plovers. Do you remember the piping plovers?
No.
I saw them. And then
I just
we
like
went
how
to the Uptown Target,
when I did go
and I
to Uptown, I so
much. It was so
There's a lot of buildings.
home.
There's a lot of flats buildings.
I was then
going to
go get my cotton candy or my taffy apple grapes.
I didn't have a great experience. I have
and
to be honest.
I used to get them from
I didn't love the flats.
Seafood place
now
across
they're
from where I
taking
used to
over.
live, but the seafood
and we
place
went to
closed.
Sofotap
So we did
Friday
some
night,
research.
and I met
we went
somebody that was there, and I forgot your name. I'm sorry, but I remember you because you can't do this.
The taffy apple grapes. They also have the strawberry shortcake.
He said he was moving into a flat
got the grapes. We went to Sonic because I haven't been to Sonic in a while.
I shouldn't have shit on it so much.
Actually, it was great. Usually that one is the only one in Chicago. It's like the only one in the Midwest.
I liked most of what it was.
Midwest,
it was really just that they said it was luxury living, but we couldn't control the heat. How is that luxurious?
It's not the fastest, but this was a really fast
You can't
time.
open windows.
Then I dropped by and I saw my good Judy Bell at the ball. I gave her a wig.
But then Saturday was just really nice because we got to have dinner.
She cut my hair. She really just trimmed it.
She did that to you?
Courtney. Yeah. She really just trimmed it, but that's okay. I think that's what I wanted.
Are you at the dinner with Chan yet?
No, but after that, so we did go to dinner with Chan.
Then we went to dinner with Chan.
It was lovely to see her.
Okay, we have to. Can we give her props? Can we give her more than just props? Can we give her props and craft services?
I have a secret pocket in here.
You do?
Yeah.
For what?
Well, I'm wearing like a workout skirt underneath this because that's what I was wearing earlier.
A workout
It's
skirt.
too hot. I couldn't wear more clothes than I couldn't
No, it's
wear
so
drag
hot.
clothes today. I'm sorry.
Even with the dry heat, it's still very hot. Anyway. No, but Chan, first of all,
she looks so beautiful. She feels lighter.
She feels lighter.
Yeah. I think because she
she's
just got adopted by Kamora Hall, and I think like as with most kids, I haven't done a study in years, but I think they just feel lighter when they get adopted.
Well, and it just, as much as we see the star power within Chan, I think it helps to have other people who have already attained that success tell you, no, you are.
And we're not trying to be
brilliant.
hipsters and say we knew before y'all did,
I am.
but we did know.
I am.
We did know.
And we got to meet her drag daughter, Squeaky.
Oh, that was really cool. We met her at
Tweaky for a little while, which I thought was funny.
Tweaky is a beautiful name.
But ultimately, the most important part was we did the Annoyance Theater show.
We did the Annoyance Theater show. Derry brought us out there.
Thank you so much for
and
having us.
it was insane because it was Pride a mere few hours after the parade. We got there okay.
ACAB.
We did the Chicago. I'm not gonna. We only have 1 minute left, so we're not gonna. But the Chicago police are a special kind of disgusting.
Yeah, they can eat my ass.
Special kind of disgusting.
Eat my ass.
And no cops at Pride ever. Thank you.
Eat my ass.
The gig was so fun. We saw so many people. So many IMHO stands came.
Oh my god.
The show went really well.
I was so excited.
We had so much fun. I did
we
have
met
a few
so
drinks.
many new people.
I did have a few drinks. I haven't been drinking, but I had fun.
We didn't get crazy.
Oh no, I don't think so. Getting out was the only bad part because there were so many cops and they weren't letting anybody out. They weren't letting anyone on the train.
Everyone in.
It was disgusting. We only have 15
Mass
seconds.
Mass arrest.
But
piece of shit.
But overall, a beautiful weekend. We got to sit next to each other on the way home, extra legroom.
That was really fun.
That was so fun.
I was really happy we did.
And that's our Chicago trip. Yeah. I feel so refreshed and rejuvenated after that trip. I feel excited for drag to take on DragCon in the summer. And
me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
And I needed a getaway, but I also needed to reconnect with my drag roots.
Can I tell? That's really nice to hear.
Yeah.
You killed it. You were so good. You're
Stop,
always so good.
Thank you. You know what? This was the first time in a while that I had felt confident.
Because we were in a room full of people who actually came there for us.
But also, we're in a different place. No, that's true.
Well, I do want to say, I think a big part of it, and maybe you'll agree, I think a big part of it for me was living in Chicago for as long as I did and working on the Strip for as long as I did. I didn't get recognized, but to come back 2 years later and truly everywhere we went, Ulta, Target, no matter where I was, someone would come and say hi, which I'm so glad you did. But it made
cuties at the airport recognized it.
I know.
It's insane.
But just like walking into...
We just sit in your little room, do our silly little show.
And I think they're most surprised that we have legs. That was kind of fun to show them that we do. And
mine are wooden.
Normal number. There's 4 between the two of us. I'm really excited for DragCon. It did kind of get my pep going and my stepping.
Yeah.
You hear? So I'm excited. Only a couple weeks away. We'll see you then.
I did come home to some nastiness, which I may talk about in the credits check, because I don't want to bring the mood down.
Okay.
But what we do have to talk about is 2 episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 9. Obviously, we're busy last weekend because we went to Chicago.
We had two.
And then
we had two things happen that we'll talk about in credits chat.
Yeah. And then we had some stuff that kind of was like,
home.
You know what? Let's just double up on Friday. I gotta say, I enjoyed watching them. I had a nice time watching them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think maybe I had a little attitude adjustment. I need to not be so a bitch.
Can I say that I did enjoy, because she texted and she said, I'm about to watch the episodes. I'm going to, would you say I'm going to watch them with a sense of gratitude?
Yeah, because I've been a little outspoken about how, tired I am. But,
a little.
I mean, I just needed a proper break and a proper, going to Chicago helped because it got me in touch with how I used to feel about drag during that time.
You know what I think really helps me enjoy Drag Race? Because I gotta be honest, this season of All Stars, from a storyline perspective, is pee-pee poo-poo. Not the good kind, but poo-poo pee-pee.
No, but the girls are so
I'm having
good.
I'm just so
happy
I
always have thought that.
They have another platform. I'm so happy that
and they're truly showing their excellence.
And it's just fun. You just gotta let go of the whole let go of your whole. Okay.
Yeah. What do we got? Tell me about it, Stead.
So we're basically just gonna go right to the runways, but the one moment that did make me laugh was, it's like the next day and they're talking about, oh, I'm so excited for this week and who has this many badges.
Yeah.
Shannel is juggling 3 apples, not explained. She just is. Vanjie says, oh my gosh, at least everyone's close to like 3 badges. And then Shannel goes, not everyone. And then Roxy goes, you've got 3 apples. That was so mean.
I mean,
you've got
also
3
true.
apples.
It's true.
Okay, truly though, she did have 3 apples at that moment.
She
There's no
did
denying.
have
There's no
3
denying.
apples.
I think that the Roxy storyline, as well as the Shannel storyline, I think is, well, I was going to say it's mostly producer driven, but I think they both have done things that have earned them those storylines.
And some might say that
That's
there
fun.
has not
It's
been
fun.
a single producer driven aspect of this series. They're just floating out there with no
They're just
help.
making it to the end of their
They're
day.
Gravity's
They're making it
George
to the end of
Clooney
their day.
style in Gravity, untethered, floating through
How much
space.
did Sandra Bullock make from Gravity? Guess. I just saw a TikTok about it, so it's real.
150 million. 7 million.
That's psychotic. Okay, you're on 2 opposite sides. 70.
70 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's
To
Sandra
fly-
Bullock.
Well, she was in space the whole time.
Well, she also had to, like, act and stuff.
Once you're in space, I don't even know if you can call it acting. It's acting's reacting.
Acting is reacting,
Acting's
and
reacting.
she probably didn't have anything but green screen to work, and that's very hard to work in front of a green screen.
Wait, what? She was on a green screen?
You can't go to actual space.
Yes, you can. Lance Bass did it.
No, he tried, remember? They cut him off for being gay.
Good. Listen, I don't trust this up there. I barely trust this
Do you
down
remember
here.
this song? Oh, you got a hair in your... Can I get it? Will you face this way a little bit? I saw a guy at Bar Redacted. I always got a weird vibe, but he came up on my Instagram today, and his hat was red with white lettering, and I was like, what's that?
Scary.
And it was a Make America Great Again.
That doesn't
As
surprise
a gay man.
That doesn't
But he was on a boat, so
He was on a boat?
he has a boat, I think.
Oh, he owns a boat.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about that time that the threesome couple I used to hook up with, they took me on a boat that ended up being like a sex boat?
Yeah.
But then they didn't want to have sex with me, and so I was just cold and alone on the boat.
That sounds like my dream.
It's my dream now, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone has a boat, we'd be available.
I'd
for...
love to sit there while you have sex.
Yeah, or just not. Oh,
It's
they
a
get
make
to
your own
make your own
clothes.
out of music.
Make your own
Yeah.
kind of roses.
And I'll say I didn't make this, but I am dressed as one of RuPaul's songs. There's some tranny chasers up in here. Because I'm attracting a Beverly Hills tranny chaser. with this
She's
cute
allowed to
little
say
app.
it. You can't say it.
Yeah, I'm on hormones.
I don't say it when the camera's on. Can you imagine? That's just what I think.
Imagine you saying it.
Shut up. I would never. So they have to make their own shit.
Oh my god.
Their own kind of ruse.
Oh, they let Shannel pick first. Or pick the lineup of who get to pick their...
Listen, Shannel,
They had to throw her a bone.
bless
Because
her.
and she had to drop the apples to catch the bone.
Yeah, that's true. I bet they bruised.
Who's first?
Okay, we have
Plastique?
Plastique, who
Star.
had Star Baby.
Star. Incredible. She's a good drag queen. She's really good.
The commentary, incredible. No notes. Adjectives?
Thank you.
I love it. I love everything about it. I love that it was lined. I love that she was able to wrap herself in the star.
Even without the train, it's really beautiful.
Yeah.
The way it could be a Dallas Cowboys thing.
Are you watching that?
Not yet, but I know you are.
It's depressing.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
You know they get paid minimum wage.
It's like drag queens.
Whoa.
A lot of work, a lot of makeup, not a lot of money.
Well, we don't move as much as they do. They have to go like this.
I always do my... What do they sing?
We're
Cowboys,
here.
Cowboys, Cowboys.
No, they sing, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, get down. Giddy up, swing your partner around, around. What is that song? That's Cowboy. Oh, we'll get to it. It's coming up. George's I Bring the Beat. Okay, let's talk about this. We allowed you to win that one on your season. I think we even were okay with it.
Yeah.
Rewind the tapes. But ma'am,
Here's the thing.
Well,
I'll say this. It's tailored. It's finished. It's not easy to make that kind of separate piece. She just happens to be like tiny and petite. And
For me,
there are way better, more interesting things on the runway.
It's almost, with the colors too, it's almost an exact remake.
It's very similar to the other one. But if she does something good and she does something well, and if RuPaul doesn't care,
RuPaul
might as well
cares.
keep doing it.
It's fun. Gottmik had new friends silver, old friends gold.
Oh, wow. And she not only... What do you think? What do you tell me about this?
I never knew that was the lyrics of the song.
What did you think the lyrics were?
New friends giver, old friends old. Does that make sense? I liked...
Yeah.
You could tell a lot of work went into the braiding, but you could tell that she kind of panicked that it was too simple. So she made like a lock purse, but it is so crafty.
The purse, I'll say. Yeah.
The purse really makes the dress look cheaper.
I don't know if this would have flew on a regular season.
No, not at all. Yeah. Not at all. But I get the impulse of like, oh fuck, this is not enough. This is a mini braided dress.
You know how in Paris they used to put all those locks on that bridge? The locks became so heavy that they had to take them off. So now, if you try to go see like Kyle and Mauricio's lock, it's not there.
Then we had Shannel. Hey,
the
sis,
Christmas
it's Christmas.
Queen.
Ma'am, okay.
I thought it was a little simple.
I think that...
I wish she would have gone full
Shannel. Christmas is very gaudy and tacky. Christmas is tacky. Christmas is tacky.
I want to see White Christmas, the movie.
Christmas
big
is tacky.
Skirt, like tree skirt.
I don't mind that it's like a smaller skirt. It's nothing new. It's not interesting, and it's tacky.
Yeah.
It's just really tacky.
Well, she's tacky.
I know, but like...
Said with reference.
Her tackiness, though, there is a sense of like finished... tacky elegance. Can I say that?
Telegance?
Yes. This was just tacky poo-poo. Happy for her.
Roxy Andrews, Lady Cowboy.
Lady Cowboy, that was it. Giddy up, giddy up.
Good.
I loved everything except the RuPaul on the back. That seemed like a last-minute decision. Because she had Lady Cowboy written on the chaps. And it looked really good. But then it's like she found some stones from Michael's and was like, I'm going to put RuPaul on this. Other than that, though, she looks great.
I think it's cool. What'd you think of Miss Vanjie as Kitty Girl?
I'm happy Vanjie's
Cute,
happy.
passable. It's really cool that she made a jacket and lined it with that fabric. That's really impressive, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's impressive for a girl who doesn't sew. And she always looks beautiful.
I think Vanjie's phoning this entire season in, and that's okay. I think
she's there for I think she's there for the talking heads and the one-liners and the, the flavor and the vibes.
They got the flavor, the bad behavior, the rhythm, the da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
As did you learn that in the Gay Men's Chorus?
Then we had Nina with Cha Cha Bitch. Now, can I say this?
Not bad.
I really enjoyed her storyline of coming to terms with her body, talking about her feelings about her body and how insecure she is. I really appreciated that vulnerability. And I just want to say generally, I know we've been funny about Nina West on this show, but it really is coming from a likability of the character and not who she is as a person. I don't know her.
Also,
because everyone's like, how do you hate Nina?
Also, I'm like, we are as
I don't hate Nina. I'd be happy to meet her. I follow her.
Yeah.
I'm excited for her success, sure.
Yeah.
I just don't love her as a character on the show.
Also,
however,
it's the
I really enjoyed these two
episodes and the feelings of like how I'm feeling about myself.
Which is never good.
Which is not usually good.
Mm-mm. I will say I didn't mind it.
I thought it was...
She made gloves.
I thought it was great. She made gloves.
Yeah, it was fine.
I love those kind of disc hats.
For her ability especially, I think she did pretty well.
My thumb looks really weird. My finger looks really weird.
It's the hormones. Then we had Angeria, Cake and Candy. This look was nuts, but I loved it. I don't care.
I like the finished look. It doesn't say Cake and Candy to me, but I like it.
You don't ever eat pink cake with pink candy. The hair.
You know what I went
her
through?
head down with her smile.
You know what
it's so crazy looking. Yeah. I love it.
I went through a huge phase during early drag of doing that song, I Want Candy, but dressed as Marie Antoinette. But like before I knew how to do wigs or anything.
Yeah. Makeup. So we get the top two. It's Plastique and Roxy.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I agree.
Yeah, I agree too.
I completely agree.
This lip sync was super fun.
We get a Diana Ross lip sync, which is already high pressure because
That's RuPaul's favorite.
But also, Plastique has raised no money for her charity because she cannot win a lip sync, or she refuses to win a lip sync. Sometimes I wonder. I gotta say, it started off pretty good. But Roxy, she just connects with the song in a way that only older queens can do. I'm sorry. People who have been doing drag for 100 years.
Maybe not older
they
queens,
connect.
but like people who really
older,
know.
meaning they've been in the scene.
They connect
for a
with
while.
the old school style.
It's masterful.
It's masterful.
And the prop and the
proving that you don't have to do all these flips, splits, spread eagles tricks to deliver a dynamic, really watchable lip sync. I wish I could.
Now, Plastique
I wish I could.
said her not singing some of the words is her performance choice. Like if it's a man's voice, she doesn't.
Oh yeah,
in
that last one, I got that.
So I wonder if some of those like choices are real choices, or if they were like, yeah, after the fact that was my choice. But there was a moment where I was like, I don't know if she knows this song. And then she got on the ground, and I was like, well, I don't really care. Show me your butt.
You know, I never noticed that, but because I was watching Roxy the whole time.
Roxy was so good, and the outfit.
Just that thing, yeah. Oh, the outfit. We're just watching the outfit move when she would walk.
She knows. Remember, there is y'all, when you're in your 20s, okay, go to drag shows, do your drinking, enjoy. There's something about local girls in local bars. You're crammed in there like sardines. It's Thursday. You have to work in the morning, but you're 22, so you're an idiot because your brain it has a hole in it, okay? That performance would have set the bar on fire. That is the kind of drag that I remember being a drunk twink in and going, okay, I really like this.
Yeah.
I really like this. Go really like this. Okay. Roxy wins. It's the last Ruby Snippers, and she says, fuck it, Angeria. Now,
and Angeria says...
I liked the storyline for a little bit, but it was so boring. Her going back to give it to Angeria, the fact that Angeria got snipped 100 times, it was funny the first few times. And it was funny when Roxy cried. That's always funny. But I'm so over it.
But it's the last episode with the Ruby Snippers.
What was the other one? The plunger?
The plunger? Oh yeah, that was the plunger.
The chocolate. Like it goes on too long.
Yeah.
It loses the plot. The plot being fun.
Would it be funnier if it was a little bit like Mafia in the sense that like you have to secretly put the snippers at their station, or like they don't know they get the snippers until the next time? Like if they win, but it's like, but you got snipped, so you don't get a badge.
So they don't know if they get a badge until they don't get a badge.
Yeah.
I like that.
That could be fun.
Wow. You listening?
Hey, wow.
They're not listening. If you notice, we did not get nominated for a Wowie for Best YouTube. And I'm okay with that.
That's okay.
I'm okay with that.
You know who, a friend of the show, Nirupam, got nominated?
Well, now that makes me mad. No, I'm just kidding. No, I know. I'm happy for everyone, but like, come on, y'all. We're Best YouTube. We are. We have queer tea.
Who else would do 2 episodes of Drag Race in one sitting?
Who would post so randomly
and consistently inconsistent
than us? And that's what you want in a drag show. You want the chaos, okay?
Speaking
you don't
of
have
chaos.
that chaos on this season.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of it, though.
Speaking of it, let's get into this next episode.
Oh, so she do. Okay, so listen, we don't have to agree, and that's what makes our show really fun. So this one is the Rusical Rosemary's Baby Shower.
Rosemary's Baby
Rosemary's,
Shower.
I apologize.
Rosemary's
I apologize.
Baby Shower.
I gotta say,
Fun!
I had a blast.
You know what, you texted me, and then I watched it, and I was having a blast, too.
I liked that they recorded their own vocals. I always like when they do
that.
Oh,
yeah.
It's always fun. I wish we had gotten a little less all-star edit on them recording it. There had to have been a little more hiccups than just like, oh yeah, everyone did good. Everyone did good. I want to see people get embarrassed. Okay, I want Michelle Visage to make someone cry.
Well, I like seeing them do choreography because I love that.
And we love movement here at IMHO. We do it all the time. Go ahead.
Well, count me.
5, 6, 7, 8. For the most part, everyone just had their song with backup dancers. So they would switch them out, more people would come in. I like that you get to see what they do and then they move on. Let's start with Rosemary, who was Plastique. She looked beautiful.
She knew it's very hard to lip sync just dialogue.
Yeah, it is.
That's cool for her to have done that.
Yeah.
They could have just let them speak that live.
In her defense, although we've been complimentary, but in her defense, that character's not much.
No.
She's supposed to kind of be the straight character in this whole thing.
But she did it really good. And she got
was
her dance move in
hot.
there of butthole.
Butthole. And then we have what were they? The church ladies?
They were
twins?
They were kind of like Mrs. Roper and her twin. I don't know, but it was Shannel and Angeria. They were fun.
I loved Shannel in this. And it wasn't just because the producers wanted me to.
It was a good pairing.
And when you get paired with people, it's really easy for
one to outshine.
Or just both to get lost. I noticed Shannel.
And me too.
I really did. And Angeria is just always funny. I gotta say, Nina West.
Nina did great. I don't know who she was supposed
Poltergeist.
to be. Was she that little lady from
tiny
Poltergeist?
lady,
Oh, fun.
which made it even funnier. Yeah, she did great. I mean, she does Broadway show. She does tour.
Yeah, she did great.
So she does that. I loved Vanjie.
Vanjie looked incredible. Sounded great. I mean, they were so silly when they were complimenting her. Because it's like so auto-tuned. But it was so enjoyable to listen to.
It was so enjoyable.
Honestly, I'm going to say I don't think she's ever looked better. I loved the way she looked in this.
No, she looked great. Then we had Gottmik.
Gottmik was Exorcism. It was so great.
Funny. Her choreography was off. She started the jazz square on the wrong leg and too early.
When it was just her in the middle, I didn't care.
As a professional dancer, I just noticed. That's all I'm saying.
When it was just her in the middle, I didn't care. You could be different as long as everyone around you is doing the same thing.
Not if you're like stepping that way and they're all stepping that way and you're too close to them. It doesn't matter. But
no, I don't think it matters.
It was really funny
because it could have been a canon.
Her wig.
Yeah, her wig spun around. That was so cool.
And then came back to it. We're supposed to believe that there wasn't like a stop. Let's put the wig on. Okay, take it back. That wig didn't just appear on her head. It was funny. And they go to the judges like they have no idea what's happening. Funny. Georges as Amelia Bedelia. Oh, Megan.
She killed.
Oh, she's a great dancer.
She killed it.
Yeah, she's a great dancer.
I wish the dress was a little bit more accurate to the source material. But
what do you mean? It's pretty close.
There wasn't enough fabric. I wanted more fabric because it was doing that thing. It's just a me thing. I like when there's more fabric and the fabric has room to move. This was like a fucking tube dress.
Have you been working on that tube dress I asked you to make?
Yes.
Thank you.
So you wanted it to be a dress.
Mm-hmm. Tube dress.
Anyway, I thought you wanted an inner tube. So I made it into an inner, like a pool float. And I've been using it in the pool. I think our filter's broken because there's a lot of bees in it. So the pool's this kind of weird green color. It has dyed the dress.
Kevin told me that y'all have like a bee infestation.
They do.
And your neighbor roommate, and I'm devastated because it's going to be so expensive to get them moved out safely that the landlord may be too cheap and just kill them all. But bees are endangered. Call the bee lady from TikTok. They're expensive though. Yeah. Rescuing bees is really expensive. We should start a GoFundMe for your friend Kevin's bee rescue.
Why don't you just do it?
Well, no, because it's not the bees that are expensive. It's where they're located. I guess they're going to have to like cut into the house if they want to get them out. I know. That's sad. GoFundMe, Kevin's bees. And then finally, Roxy Andrews. I was blown the fuck away.
That was insane.
Okay, as much as I was saying I didn't want to be mean, I did think it was Nina at first. Sorry. Nina hadn't gone yet. Nina hadn't gone yet.
Insane. If this was Camp Wanakiki, they would say, that looks like cosplay. We hate it.
It was so funny. It was
so funny. Because she is so beautiful.
Her voice.
But she looks absolutely unrecognizable in this.
So good. So bring back my pearls. Bring back my pearls. We have Plastique. I can't. The Mugler of it all. The Mugler of it all.
So beautiful.
Did you see on Twitter that she had said that she spent $250,000 on her package for this season?
I bet, but that's like 2 TikToks of hers.
That's so much money. I mean, it makes sense seeing what she brought, but Jesus Christ. How much do you think that cost?
Well, I helped her. I helped her pick out this style. Just kind of helped with the creation of it. So I can't legally say I signed an NDMA. Mm-hmm. But I think if I were to guess, and I didn't know, I would guess probably in like the 29 $29. You know
I have
what I mean?
no reference for any of this because I buy all my clothes on Akira.com. I would guess like 12, 14,000.
Well, because you have to make it and then you have to add all the pearls.
And you have to believe in yourself.
And you
that's
have
expensive.
to
That's
believe
not
in
free.
yourself. You have to. Do you remember that one girl on Instagram? Because remember how Nivea Wynn did that Mugler inspired banana, and that lady said that it was her idea.
I was obsessed with this.
Well, this
girl
is
pretended to be
also
a banana 10 years ago as a burlesque person, and she got really mad that
she's off Instagram now. I think she just deleted her whole
because it was nuts.
People were so mean. People were so mean. But also that was insane of her.
She was like, but I don't like that Nymphia stole my blah blah blah. First of all, Nymphia doesn't know who she is. She does burlesque. She did this look like 10 years ago. She did the look
10 years ago.
It was
also
banana
inspired
peeling. It was banana peeling.
It was inspired by Mugler. This.
Anyway, but she got bullied off the internet, which I don't condone bullying, but I also don't condone insane takes.
I don't condone insanity.
Then we have Angeria.
Beautiful.
I have to say, like, we've seen this look 1,000 times. I think a few years ago this would have been a lot more impressive, but she looks great.
Yeah.
I love her face. Shannel.
Ooh, Shannel looked cool.
Shannel rocked my world. I loved it.
She rocked your pearls.
You absolutely know that those pearls are Christmas ornaments. You know she pulled those down off her tree. She said, oh, I've got it. Wait, that's a pretty good Shannel. Oh, wait, I've got it. Oh, hang on. Rue, I've got... Now I'm just doing, well, I got it.
I got it.
I loved it. I was so happy for her.
Yeah.
This really was a good episode for her. Gottmik did the black pearl.
Yes, she did.
Incredible.
Wouldst thou like to pearl deliciously?
What?
You ever seen that movie, The Witch?
No, I don't.
There's a goat named Black Phillip, and his only line is he says to Big Eyes, he says, "Wouldst thou like to live deliciously?" So this is pearl. So it's wouldst thou like to pearl deliciously? Do you remember when people were shucking pearls on Facebook Live?
Yeah, what was that?
I loved it.
I love pyramid schemes.
I loved it. Pyramid schemes.
Pearl-based pyramid schemes.
You could get different sizes. They can make different colors. Nature is amazing.
That wasn't nature, babe. Then we had Roxy and a classic Roxy look, I think.
A classic silhouette.
Just the silhouette, the body.
Beauty,
and
pearls.
she even mentioned that in her talking head, where she's like, I know I've been switching it up, but this is kind of a callback to my previous. I love it. I love her body.
She's just
hot.
Drag excellence.
She really is. Gorgeous. Beautiful. It's a gorgeous dress. Is it all stars drag? No.
I think for Georgia's. I think if you get in there, you'll see the pearls. I mean, it's really beautiful.
No, it's beautiful. It is beautiful.
I like the pearl detail in the wig. That's cool.
Then we had Nina.
I thought she looked great.
I liked this. Here's my thing. Because when Nina was talking about, in the last episode, about her body, her coming to terms with her body, loving her body, all of that, I think, to me, it kind of opened a portal.
A pearldle?
A pearldle into her mind in that, because I always think her proportions are off. But if you're someone who's constantly trying to not see yourself, to not fully see your shape, to not fully feel comfortable embracing your shape, I could see how you could make the wrong stylistic choices because you're not fully seeing yourself as everyone else is. This dress, while gorge, the skirt is not big enough.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I would love to see a
it doesn't
skirt.
Proportionize the rest of her. She's got the stuff going on up top. I would even like a bigger hair for her. I hope that this journey has kind of forced her to see herself for what a beautiful drag queen she really can be. She just needs help with the styling. Wow.
What would you say about my styling? No, I take it back. I take it back.
Then we had Vanjie. I loved it.
Cute, yeah.
Classic Vanjie shape, but what a cute little... And the
fun.
Right. The top two were Gorgeous and Shannel.
I like that.
I don't. I like Shannel for the storyline of it all, because she needs a badge.
Yeah, it's definitely felt like we're going to give the two least...
Roxy Andrews is a completely different human being in that Rusical.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Vanjie even was incredible.
But I think we needed to let them get up there so they could have a chance at the final.
What do you mean?
We needed to let them get two badges.
I just think, God, Roxy killed it. Roxy or Vanjie.
Yeah.
But Shannel, I really enjoyed Shannel this episode, so I don't mind that one.
And it's such a bummer to go through this whole thing and not be recognized.
And be bad. I know. I did like the lip sync happens. Georges eats her up. I'm sorry. Shannel, you were covered in pearls. You could not have moved because of the weight of them alone. But Georges ate her up.
Yeah.
And then Ru said, LOL, you both win. Which is
That's nice. They get a little get a little treat for their...
I know, but it's so see-through.
So they each get one badge for themselves, and they each get to give one badge away, and Georges gives hers to Shannel.
Well, Georges says, hey, I already said it in the workroom that I would give it to a certain person because they have killed the competition. So I want to keep my word.
Yeah.
And she gave it to Shannel. So Shannel now has 2 badges.
She's officially on the board. And Shannel's like, I heard her say that and I really appreciate it. So I decided I was going to give it to Georges.
That's so
sweet.
Sweet.
That makes me feel good.
I liked that a lot.
What a beautiful way to end the
series.
episode.
And it's over.
End the episode.
Thank you so much for watching All Stars with us. We will be back next season.
We'll be back next week with another episode of All Stars 9. And we got Canada versus the World coming down the pipe.
Canada versus the world.
I think it's going to be good.
I think we're going to watch it.
I'm excited.
All right.
Whoa.
Well, if you enjoyed this, hit that subscribe and, of course, the notification bell.
Join us over on Patreon at patreon.com/IMHOtheSHOW.
We're also both on Cameo. Go there.
And we can do a Cameo, too. That's all, both of us.
Yeah.
And it's
Background.
to you.
It's really cute. IMHOtheSHOW.com for that. Also, all of our merch is at dragqueenmerch.com.
Drag Queen merch. Drag Queen merch. Her dog is trying to get drag queen merch.
She's had a really hard fireworks. Okay.
Fireworks.
All right. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Fireworks are so awful for puppies.
I know.
I hate it.
We found her CBD dosage though, because the dosage that they recommend freaks her the fuck out, and I think she's just tripping.
You just do a little bit less.
We just do a little bit less, and she's pretty okay.
That's good. Speaking of freaking out, I
Okay.
gotta be honest.
This is why we didn't do an episode last week. Go ahead.
Oh, this is one of the reasons. So, we all know I finally landed in a cute little place on my own, a little cottage, parentheses, pool house.
Can I let JB in?
Yeah, get her in here. I love that bitch. Hi, baby. So, there's been flooding. I think we got that figured out, although it hasn't rained at all, so that maybe just be that.
Dry heat.
There was ants before, but I got them...
In her pants.
I got them away quickly.
Oh.
When I came home, there was ants. There was a couple in my bedroom, like on my headboard.
Where do you think they came from?
There's freaking like holes in the ground. I swear, I think somebody just took a hammer to the corners of the room when it floods to let the water out. That's what it looks like.
That's funny.
That's what it looks like, because
That's what
these
you
are
live
not
in.
cracks these are holes. Like I could fit like my hand in there. It looks like someone went like that to the tile.
That could mean any sized hole.
There were ants on my headboard. There were a few in my bed, but I freaked out. I did some of my spray. I made this concoction of like, you're supposed to take sugar and water and borax and put it in cotton balls, and they take the sugar, they take it back, and they kill their whatever. I know it's bad, sorry, but not in my bed. That was Monday and Tuesday. It's now Sunday. They're still there.
Okay, but to be fair, you got the right ant traps now. You got it this morning.
Okay, but I had 4 things. I had the diatomaceous earth. I had the cotton ball mixture. They don't like peppermint essential oil.
See, that all sounds too organic to me. You need the chemicals.
Well, I finally got
from
the chemicals.
Kill
I
'em.
put them out today. We'll see.
Save the bees, kill the ants.
They haven't been in my bed since then, but like I want to fucking no.
Oh.
The worst part about it is anytime like a hair touches my arm or like I brush up against something, I immediately think I've been on level 10 the entire week. I've been really... Also, I accidentally missed my shot and I thought I could just wait a week, but I guess not. I got really emotional.
Yeah.
Also...
We were really mean to each other on the 4th of July. Patrons, that podcast that we released, we literally apologized
that night.
Because we were combative.
I was hormonal and combative.
And I was just
she
a
was just
bitch.
herself.
Yeah.
And yeah. It felt like I couldn't sit down and use the bathroom. You know that's my favorite place to sit.
She loves sitting.
And I couldn't get in my bed. So it was just like for days I was like, I can't be anywhere.
She texted me that night and was like, okay, can I come sleep on your couch? There are ants in my bed. And I was like, I would love that.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, the same day we come back, then Curtis finds out that he has what is basically a form of E. coli. He's fine. I won't go into detail, but it wasn't pretty for a while, but he's fine now.
Yeah.
But
he was under quarantine.
Yeah, and the health department came to our house. Like, it was a thing. Yeah. So I was like, I am cleaning the house so that I don't get E. coli light. Diet E. coli, if you will.
Recoli.
Thank you. And then you anted. And so we both said, all right, fuck it. We need a couple days to deal with this.
Yeah. And then I was like, let's film on the weekend. Yeah. I think everything is okay. I got the liquid ant trap poison.
Liquid poison is so great. And it works for more than just ants.
Yeah.
Okay? You can kill a lot.
I'm fine if they want to stay high in the bathroom even. I'm fine if they want to stay high at the door. But when they're in my bed, I feel... Ooh.
I once, while at my desk working at computer, this was years ago, I had a fire ant in my pants.
No.
And it stung my scrotum. Yeah.
See, that's the other thing.
It was the worst pain I've ever felt.
Everything I feel, I'm like, it's an ant, it's in my pants. Like,
yeah, but you don't have fire ants. At least.
Thank God. I am grateful for that. Practicing gratitude.
There will be no fire ants on my scrotum. Not yet. I agree with you. I'm all for, if I'm outside, like if I'm on my roof, right? I have a roof. I sit on it. And there's a bug bothering me or such as, I'll leave. I'll get out of the way because, like, that's their house.
Yeah.
But you come in my house... Unless you're a spider, I'm super into spiders right now, and beetles.
I'm happy for the spiders.
Happy to let them
I'm happy for anything to hang out outside my room. There's some
Just don't
daddy
open my
long
bed.
legs and some other spiders I've seen that are like, you do you, boo. I'm going to be over here. I can't do ants in the bedroom.
I was in a canoe once at a church camp in middle school.
Spiders love canoes.
Filled with daddy long legs. Didn't realize until we got out into the lake. I'm freaking out. The hot counselor who picked me up off the ground when I was thrown over my bike things, and I was like, leave me here, I'm gonna die here. He picked me up and put me in the back of his truck. Anyway, he was like, what are you doing? You're gonna knock us over. Like, sit down. And I was like, get them away from me. And he had to he's like rolling his eyes. He's like, oh, and he's just picking him up and like throwing him out of the boat. He got cancer and died.
Oh no. You know what? I've told you the story about my dad before.
What?
But one time, my dad insisted on being in the back of the canoe, and I was in the front.
Oh, yes.
And when we got back, obviously, the front goes onto the bank, and I thought, well, I'm going to get out first. And my dad was like, no, I'll get out first. And I was like, what sense does that make? I'm here, let me get out. And he was like, no, I'm going to get out and pull it up. You sit there. And I said, you're going to tip us. And he said, stay. And he tipped us over. And I was pissed. And I have never forgiven him.
Well, it's probably the first and last time you were right about something.
I am right sometimes.
All right, on that note, we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
And remember, if you're in the front of the canoe, you get out first.
Yeah, keep that in mind.